What's up, YouTube? Capital G here, guys. I have some absolutely fantastic and just exciting replays to show you guys, and I am almost giddy watching these things because I am probably, full disclosure, going to find myself playing this deck IRL in February when Raging Tempest hits the TCG, and that is Zodiac Beast Lunalights. Now, whether you guys know this or not, I am actually an avid fan of Lunalights. I'm pretty much an avid fan of most fusion archetypes, Gladiator Beasts and Gem Knights, because fusion is my favorite extra deck summoning mechanic. But Lunalights, for as fun as they are, they're just kind of that. They're a fun deck. They're a deck that I would consider not competitive. I don't even think they're like tier 2, probably like tier 3ish. And a lot of it has to do with they just kind of have a lot of pitfalls. There are a lot of problems with the deck. Leo Dancer feels like it's a card that's extremely difficult to summon in Lunalights. It uses a lot of your resources. It feels like you run out of polymerizations a lot of times way too early in the duel if you don't have fusion recovery. And I don't know, I don't even mind the fact that the deck doesn't play good defense, because a lot of fusion decks are offensive minded, but it feels like the competitive ceiling of the deck isn't very high, even though the offensive capacity of Lunalights, the archetype, is very high. A lot of that has to do with the fact that Lunalights don't have their own fusion card. They don't have a Gem Knight fusion or Brilliant fusion or even like a Fight for fusion. They basically have polymerization, and that is it. That's why they have to run things like fusion recovery to make sure they don't run out of polymerizations. But if you do, you pretty much stall out and you can't do much of anything. And that is why I'm so excited for Junishishi, not just because of what Junishishi has done for the XC mechanic, but what Junishishi does for, I guess, just kind of other Beast Warrior decks. And Lunalights might benefit, guys, more than any other archetype in the game because of the Zodiac Beast. What they allow Zodiac Beast to do, it just does so much for the deck. You can search all the Lunalight cards now. You can blow up a lot of your cards and trigger their effects immediately. And the offensive potential of this deck is fucking mind-blowing. I'm just going to show you guys a couple of replays. I know a lot of people don't like when I talk before the replays, but guys, I'm promising you this is mainly just so I give the video some context so people understand what they're about to watch. And big shout outs before I even start this to Grand Chavaldunga, the guy that hooked me up with these replays. He is a very good guy. He's an excellent deck builder, a very good player. And yeah, he has his own YouTube channel. He has his own live stream. He's actually a moderator on my live stream, guys. Please check him out. He'll be linked and annotated. So Zodiac Beasts are going to greatly benefit, oh my goodness, whoops. Zodiac Beasts are going to greatly benefit Lunalights in about 3 different ways. The first way is the Zodiac Beasts Bullhorn. That card is amazing for Lunalights. It basically allows you to get to whatever Lunalight monster that you want, and it just makes it so that you're a lot less reliant on opening with Tenki, right? So let me just pause right here. So you can see he's already summoned 2 different Bullhorns. You see there's the first one, and then here's the second one, which means that just off of a normal summon of Malmarat and nothing else, just one normal summon, he already has 7 cards in hand, and he has gotten to search any 2 Lunalights that he wants, which means that translates into he can pretty much just go the fuck off, because whatever cards he didn't open with, he can just search them. Like if you don't open with the Tenki, if you don't open with certain Lunalights that you need, you just go on the Bullhorn and you just search them. So it just obviously makes the deck more consistent. The second is this card right here, the Lunalight Tiger, which is going to just get so much better with the Junishishi, the Zodiac Beast. So if you don't know what Tiger does, it's basically a pendulum effect. When it's in your pendulum zone, you get the monster reborn, one of your Lunalights, but it can't attack and it gets summoned in, I think, defense mode, if I'm not mistaken. No, I think you can summon in an attack or defense, but the effects are negated, yada, yada, yada. That doesn't really matter. It can't attack. It's destroyed during the end phase. The important thing is it can summon back the Black Sheep. Black Sheep is essentially the floater of the deck. When you fusion summon with it, she pays for herself by getting you another Lunalight. But what's important about this, that doesn't really change. What's important about this is you can now destroy this card, because when Tiger is destroyed, it allows you to special summon a Lunalight from your graveyard, meaning you can now blow this card up with something like Drantia or Triangle. You couldn't do that before. Once this card was in the pendulum zone, it just kind of sat there. And the thing about this is this effect is once per turn, but it's once per turn per copy of the card. So if you do 3 of these, you can pretty much Monster Reborn 3 cards and then blow it up and then Monster Reborn 3 more. So it's kind of like potentially 6 Monster Reborns. But let me go ahead and keep rolling it. So you see he's going to blow up Tiger, and Tiger's going to special summon probably the Black Sheep right back. And of course, Black Sheep is going to pay for herself by adding a card to the hand. So yeah, you just see a whole bunch of floating and a whole bunch of monsters being added back to the hand. Once again, he uses Tiger again, Monster Reborns. I don't think he's going to blow this one up because he doesn't have another way of blowing the second Tiger up, but it doesn't matter. And I guess the third way is the fact that you can now pretty much fusion summon for Norden, which opens up your plays even more, which is pretty stupid. So look at this board, guys. This was pretty much all done. Keep in mind, only one normal summon, which, well, you only get one normal summon, but this was all done off the summon of a Malmarat. Obviously, he had some cards in hand, but like you look at this board and just think about, has Lunalights ever been able to do anything like this where you can consistently drop like double Leo Dancer turn one, still have a couple of level 4s to go into any XC that you want? Like, this is an incredible field. Let me go show you guys another replay. You guys are probably like, oh, come on, Cap. That is a 1 in 5 billion chance, like, you know, chances of that happening. No, guys. This shit is going to be consistent. So, by the way, you do not have to open with Malmarat for anybody thinking, oh, what if you don't open with Malmarat? Like, you don't have to. Blue Cat is another card that has an effect very similar to like Tiger. It's an effect that when it's destroyed, it basically replaces itself. But, you know, Lunalights have never been able to have, like, they don't have a way of destroying their own cards. Well, now with Zodiac Beast, they do. So you see just off of the one summon and using Triangle, he's able to blow up the Blue Cat. Blue Cat replaces herself and you get the Malmarat. And then from there, you can pretty much start. Now, look. This hand does not look good, does it? It's just double polymerization and perfume. That doesn't look that good, right? How are you making double Leo Dancer off of that? Just watch. I'm not gonna pause anymore. You just sit back and watch. Play it at slow-mo if you need to. A lot of it has to do with just like you can just go on the multiple bullhorns and you just search everything that you need. You get your monster born off Tiger. And then you just blow Tiger up and she just replaces herself. Like, it is really, really stupid how good Lunalights could possibly become now. And I'm so happy. I'm elated, guys, because I don't know. I kind of feel like the design of Lunalights, they kind of got shafted by the fact that they don't have any fusion cards. And once you've got your graveyard set up, a lot of times you can just summon your, you can summon Wolf and, you know, pretty much just Miracle Fusion your way to another copy of Leo Dancer. And what's cool about this is because of Bullhorn, like let's just say that you have this field of double Leo Dancer, right? But you're kind of afraid of the 3 back row, like, oh man, what if they got the Quaking Mirror Force or something like that? Because you can just search any of your Lunalights whenever the fuck you want, you can obviously just search something like the White Rabbit and you can just bounce those. And that's exactly what he's doing here. He just searches White Rabbit, Pendulum summons it. Actually, no, I think he might have Pendulumed. I don't know if he Pendulumed or normal, but now he's able to basically Giant Tornado his opponent's back row and then, you know, basically win. Now, look at this damage, right? This monster, this first Leo Dancer is 7,000 attack and it can attack twice. I actually calculated this, guys. 25,000 damage is currently on board, and that includes a Utopic Future with 0 attack. So we're not even counting that. This is 25 because this is 14,000 by itself. This is 7,000 by itself. This chick does 2,500 because she does 100 burn damage, and then you have the 1,600 from that. It's fucking insane how much damage this deck can actually do, and obviously that is like OTKing your opponent 3 times over. So I hope you guys enjoyed this, and for anybody out there thinking, oh come on, this is against scrub decks like Buster Blade or in these, I have some matches versus competitive decks too. That's gonna be up in just a little bit. So anyways, if you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you guys like fusion decks or like Lunalights or I guess Zodiac Beast, give it a thumbs up. And thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already.